Hello, and welcome to Events and Explanations, Part 4. Now, folks, we've been working with this separation, have we not, between events and explanations. And again, with explanations, we can call it interpretation, narrative, story, belief. It doesn't matter, all the same. If you have ever been part of a successful collaborative problem-solving environment, and if you've been ever part of a successful peer group, I cut my teeth working with peer groups all over the country. If you've been involved in these environments, you deeply already know and have experienced the separation between events and explanations for this reason. In collaborative problem solving, do participants not regularly bring their explanations to the table and invite their colleagues to poke holes in them? Is this not precisely how better decisions get made? Yes, and the reason, of course, not all explanations are created equal. Some explanations can and will paralyze us. Other explanations can and do open wide avenues of unprecedented possibilities. But none of this makes any sense if we can't see this separation. Now, everyone, in the last video, remember I said, I alone have cosmic objectivity, all that? Everybody, when I was in my mid-20s, that was only a slight exaggeration of how I genuinely felt. Now, y'all got to get this picture. I grew up in Southeast Louisiana, product of a normal, I believe, household, normal home upbringing, no Ivy League, anything, right? All public school education. And by the time I was in my mid-20s, I was rock solid certain if you didn't see things like I did, there was something wrong with you. And everybody, nobody ever taught me that. Are we clear? Nobody ever taught me that in any curriculum ever. And yet, there I was. Everyone, I'm inviting you in these videos and in my books explicitly, right, to shift away from a right-wrong orientation as it relates to explanations and adopt effective-ineffective, productive-unproductive, those lenses to look through. Everyone, the reason I think it feels so odd to even be doing this is because the right-wrong grid is so deeply baked in. The right-wrong come from is so obviously our default that any movement away from it starts to feel kind of wobbly. Everybody, I have an engineering background. If you're typing my blood for a transfusion, for example, there's exactly one correct answer, is there not? Please get that right. If you have my brake line pulled apart on my vehicle in the garage, how many correct ways are there to reattach that brake line? One. Everyone, I'm not talking about these situations. I'm talking about the ridiculous shades of gray that show up in leadership, parenting, conflict resolution, problem solving, customer service, relationship building, trust building, mid-course corrections, performance management. Everyone, this notion, I invite you explicitly, if you can toggle between right-wrong, which for most of us is automatic, and effective-ineffective, which for most of us has to be learned and explicitly, intentionally applied, you're doing something from an emotional intelligence standpoint that is wonderfully beneficial. This reframing, of course, it doesn't require wood. It all happens in language, right? But our ability to move from right, if you can do this in real time, while events are unfolding in front of you, it's a powerful, powerful, beneficial shift. I invite you to think about this always, always, as it relates to your and other people's explanations. Are my explanations serving me or not serving me, given the results I say I want? Are they effective or ineffective, productive or unproductive, given the results I say I want? I invite you to practice, practice, practice with this reframing. With this in mind, never stop learning. We'll see you next time.